Welcome to Old Jar Podcast. This is Vanessa, and today what we're going to be talking about is YouTube. Now, I'm going to do several series of this because there is several things I see that is just, it's crazy what people are doing and how they're acting and not understanding how things work. Now, we're going to take a curve. I have spoke about Micah Stauffer, but I have been sitting and waiting and watching. And what I have been doing is seeing how the rest of you are acting, especially on YouTube. And it's a cesspool. So a lot of people don't understand every channel that is coming after Micah and James Stauffer, they are making money. They are making so much money. Channels that had maybe 200 or 300 subs have got 17,000 subs now. And they're making hand over fist. They wouldn't even qualified to make money, monetize. Now they are. And it's a cesspool because people do not understand YouTube and what is actually going on. Number one, when a story breaks, that's it. Like it breaks, you're done. Whoever breaks it first, good for them. Everybody else is just doing this for money. Don't think, oh wow, they have a cause, they're righteous. No, they're not. If they were so righteous, they would not say that young man's name. They would not discuss certain aspects of it. They would move on. They would, if they wanted to talk about it just like I did, how I feel about the situation, that's fine, but you move on. But since it's broke, everybody is like sharks in a feeding frenzy. And they just want to continue because they are getting the views, they are getting the subs. And if you think I am lying, I am not. So what is going on is how the algorithm works with YouTube. Let's talk about that. People do not understand. Can you, how do you boost yourself to get a lot of views? Well, this is a good way. Micah and James Stauffer, the story hits. Now, you want to get noticed, you want to get those subs and views. What they are doing is using thumbnails. They're using actual video footage to compact into their video, which I think you should not be able to do. Hands down, I don't think you should because that is not your content. If you want to talk about something, fine. But to steal, basically you're stealing somebody else's content because you don't have anything to say. That's what that tells me. You don't have anything to say, so you just let them say it repeatedly. Like, I don't think that's fair. But what they do is steal people's content, throw it in their video. These are markers. And also they use certain tags. These are all markers of how to get yourself within the system of YouTube and bump yourself up. That's what you're trying to do, is bump your stuff completely up. And the thumbnails, which is, they will get you views like crazy. But sometimes it's clickbait. We all know what that word means. And it happens a majority of the time because people are not filling in the content. So if you do a video, let's say if I was scrolling through and I see Micah Stauffer, and they'll come up with catchy little titles to update investigation and da-da-da-da-da. Let me tell you something. If you want the real deal, don't click on none of that. Go straight to the county they live in. It will be posted, I promise you. They're going to do an update, which they actually did. They will do an update of the situation. You don't have to go to some YouTuber who is just clickbaiting you for your views, for your subs, because YouTube should not be projected that way. We're going to get more into it in this series I'm going to do here. When you sub someone, you should be cautious. You should be 100% cautious because you don't know who they are or where they came from. And what do I mean by that? Most people on YouTube has been on there for years until they hit something like Micah Stauffer and then they get bumped up, finally. They're on there 4 or 5 years, some longer, before they hit a real story and they get the right thumbnail, the right little clickbait title, and they steal some of the footage from, these people, and they present you a video and everybody loves it. Why? Because you want to love it. Is it truth? Zero. Because they didn't come up with any different information than you already know from the first story breaking. Now, if you would have paid attention in the beginning. The story broke, okay, and then second, I don't know if it's their sheriff's department. They said, hey, the young boy is not missing, but we are investigating, whatever. That's all they know. There is no new information unless Micah and James Stauffer want to put out a video and tell you. There is no new information. So all these people you're clicking on, oh, they have great content. No, they don't. They're clickbaiting you. They're drawing you in, and they're spinning their web of hatred. Like I said, you don't know where these people came from. You don't know who they were 3 years ago. Maybe they're just like Micah. I know some of them that are. Absolutely, hands down, some of them did the same kind of filming, very disgusting, so nasty, and then deleted it. When they couldn't get famous, they deleted it and kept going. Exactly. You do not know who you're subbing to. Do not be subbing just sporadically. Oh, she's great. She did an excellent job. Go watch at least 10 videos. Did she lie? Did she manipulate? These things will pop up. He or she. I've seen people who had hardly no subs have been bumped up, claimed they were a pastor, but they're talking about chakras and other things. And they're talking about chakras and other things, and guess what? They're cursing. They're lying. They're not who they want you to believe they are. They don't know the Bible. They don't know God. They are presenting themselves in such a way, it's disgusting. But you sub to this person, and you're tolerating the things they're saying here and there, and you're ignoring it. You're being oblivious. Why make these people rich? There's no point of that. They're getting rich off of hatred and off of lying, because they're lying to you. You are their viewer. They are lying to you. They don't know anything more than what you know. But you are bored and you want to go watch something. Keep in mind, it's not healthy. It's not good. You should be spending time, with your family or doing other things instead of making these people very rich. And if you think it's a joke, it's not a joke. You're making them rich off of them knowing nothing. Do you know how easy that is? To spew hatred, get rich, and move on. These people have a past just like Micah and James Stauffer. I would not be so hippy-dippy to sub and, oh, you're so righteous, you're so great, you're worshiping these people who do not deserve the time of day. If you want to talk to these people, tell them about Jesus. If you want to tell them something, hey, give them a passage every day. Maybe they'll stumble across that in their comments. But what they're doing is manipulating you to believe that they've got the newest information. They're great at what they're doing on YouTube. No, they're not. Hands down, no, they're not. I have witnessed so much. It's crazy. And what they're doing is playing a game. They're playing a game to reel you in for not just one video, for the next 50 they're going to do. I don't know how many it would take for you to open your eyes and say, wow, something's not right here with this person. I don't understand it. YouTube is a cesspool of this. It is ongoing. They have these terms like, let's cancel this person. It's all made up. It's a cesspool. The best thing you can do is pull yourself off of YouTube. If you want to learn how to fix your car, YouTube is for that. Just Google, whatever part and how to put it on. I've done that before. That's no problem. But to watch it for your real news, no. You better find something else, because that's not it. CNN is more righteous than these people on YouTube. Seriously, they are, because they come close, more accurate to tell you details than this. This is crazy. I can't believe anybody that would believe this information. I'm going to talk more in the next few podcasts on how YouTube works. I know a lot of you are like, you're listening in because you want to know how to boost yourself. And if that's true, well, this may help you. But I'm not new to YouTube, people. I am not new. I know how this works. I've been around a very long time. I understand it. I know how, if I wanted more views, how to get them. but I am not willing to pull a thumbnail from someone and their content, because that's how they're stealing pictures, and they'll go into a video, snap a photo of it, basically of the thumbnail they want to use. I'm not stealing content, therefore I will not do that. Number two, when I do podcasts and I put it on YouTube, for example, I am not going to steal video footage. I'm not going to steal audio recorded footage of anybody's content. I will not do these things. What's going to pop up, just like on my podcasts, that's my phone. But what's going to pop up on my podcast and my YouTube is a symbol of Old Jar Podcast. That's it. That's all you're going to get. You're going to get a title, which is not clickbait. It's the truth. It is the truth. It's not clickbait at all. And if you listen, great. If you don't, great. I do this for fun. I'm not trying to be a multimillionaire. I'm not trying to, stagger myself so high to be kicked down. There's a lot of people like that. And they've manipulated and did whatever. And then you, the people, feel like, you feel a certain way. But the truth is, you allowed it the entire time. Do not be a lost sheep and waiting for the wolf to devour you, basically, because that's what's going on with YouTube. I would be very cautious going forward. I would deplug from YouTube for a hot minute. That way, when you do get news, you can filter out quicker what is real, what is just made up. It is a lot easier to go forward. I understand everybody. If you've been watching YouTube a long time, it's hard just to pull the plug, but it will do you some good. And if you are a Christian listening, praise God, I hope you understand reading the Bible is a lot more value than being on YouTube. You're not going to learn anything new. The Lord said this is all old. Everything that comes up that's brand new, that is all old. And we need to pray for these souls that are wreaking havoc with hatred and lies and deceit. We definitely need to do that. I give thanks for you listening. I'm going to do another podcast about YouTube more in depth. I feel like I just skimmed over the summary of this, basically. So keep out an eye for the next podcast. Thanks, guys.